What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Umbra gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about the most broken perk in Rogue Company. So let's head over and let's talk about it. So as you can see here, I am on the Rogue Company wiki page, and here is Gunsmith. This is arguably one of the most broken perks in Rogue Company, at least in my opinion, and I'm going to break it down here and let you guys know exactly why I think it is currently broken. So as you can see here at the rare level, it does increase the magazine size and the fall off ranges by 10%. When we slot over here to epic, it does the same, increases magazine size, and the fall off ranges are increased by 20%. And at the legendary level, it increases the magazine size and fall off ranges by 30%. Now, this may not be completely up to date, but these are currently all the rogues with Gunsmith as far as I know. You've got Anvil, Cannon, Dallas, Glitch, Juke, Mac, Ronin, Runway, Scorch, Switchblade, Fixer, and Umbra. Now, whenever we look at this, let's think of all the rogues that have access to either SMGs or shotguns. Shotgun, shotgun, SMG, 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 SMGs and shotguns, SMGs, SMGs. So the reason why Gunsmith breaks the game in a very significant way is because of that fall off range increase. Now, I'm not one that is opposed to granting you the ability to increase your fall off ranges in game. I think that that is something that should naturally come with the upgrade path for the weapons, and it does come naturally in the upgrade path for some of the weapons. But here, whenever you're increasing it by 30% at that legendary value, then that is actually making weapons that aren't intended to be in that mid-range category, specifically SMGs, in that mid-range category. Whenever you apply legendary gunsmith to something like the Knight or something like the LMPX, you are making it compete directly with assault rifles. Now, the question is, should assault rifles and SMGs be competitors to one another? Now, that's a whole different topic, but if you want to look at it realistically, SMGs and shotguns should be competitors against one another. ARs and DMRs should be competitors against one another, and then sniper rifles and DMRs, it should be like this chain of like one-upness, right? You've got shotguns at the lower level, right? And because the range hard caps and you're not getting a lot of damage at extended ranges, then SMGs they definitely compete with shotguns, but they can kind of have the ability to compete with assault rifles if you're into that close range. And then assault rifles should be able to compete with SMGs and DMRs. So it's something that kind of bounces up as you go up the scale, right? Well, whenever you start adding perks like this into the game, it absolutely breaks the way that the game actually works, and it makes all of the fall off ranges for the SMGs and shotguns feel too much, right? Because whenever you're balancing these weapons, whenever the developers are looking at these weapons, they have to factor in the fact that, like, oh, gunsmith is a thing, and all of these rogues have access in some capacity, whether it's rare, epic, or legendary, to gunsmith, and these are, you know, based on their pick and win rate, possibly why these rogues are performing very well. Let's take Umbra, for example. Umbra is a very unimpressive rogue overall, right? He starts with the Bishop by default and the LMPX. He has access to the bounce grenade and the tear gas. His secondary weapon is the Executioner, and he has a combat knife as his melee. And his ability is the Spider, right? Which is very, very situational and most times not used by people that actually run Umbra in a very consistent way. His passive ability, Siphon, he gains max health whenever earned downs or assists on an enemy up to a certain amount. I think it's like 25, so he can have 125 HP. So it's not a terrible passive. It's not, you know, the worst passive in Rogue Company. But when you look at his perk set, he has Crack Shot Legendary, Gunsmith Legendary, Padded Steps, Life Drain at the epic level, Replenish, and then a lot of his rare perks are a bunch of filler perks. That's why Umbra is very OP. You give Umbra something like the LMPX or the Knight, you give him Gunsmith, give him Crack Shot while you're at it, give him Replenish, give him Life Drain, and he is an unstoppable force on the battlefield regardless of whatever he's using, because he's getting that extended range, he's getting health whenever he downs someone, he's getting extra headshot damage, and he's getting all of his bullets back into his weapon whenever he downs someone. So if you restrict at least 1 to 2 of these perks on Umbra, then he immediately falls out of S tier rogue to about a B tier rogue at that point, just based on his base kit alone. So Gunsmith makes a very huge difference in how you play the game and how you play with this specific character. And it really does break the game, because the fall-off ranges for the SMGs at base, whenever you don't factor Gunsmith into them, are fine. Even if there is a range increase in their upgrade path for their weapon, they're still in a good spot. Whenever you factor Gunsmith into that equation, that's when things start breaking down just a little bit, in my opinion. So my suggestion to offset this issue specifically is to either A, keep Gunsmith in the game where it currently is, and you roll all the SMG and shotgun ranges back by at least 3 to 5 meters on all of the weapons, or you remove Gunsmith completely or rework it into a better perk, and you leave the fall-off ranges where they currently are. That's my 2 suggestions, because currently Gunsmith breaks the game to that level, to that amount. When you are running a character that has access to Gunsmith, you don't necessarily need Gunsmith to pick it up in order to be able to compete with a lot of the weapons in Rogue Company. I mean, there's a certain maps that have extended ranges on them, but most of the maps have a lot of close quarters engagements, or you can create areas where there's a lot of close quarters engagements, especially depending on what your team comp looks like and what kind of rogues you have access to, things like that. So with that being said, like, you're always going to be in shotgun range of someone, you're always going to be in SMG range of someone. But, you know, there's no restrictions, there's no downfalls, there's no negatives to running shotguns, there's no negatives to running SMGs, whenever you can just purchase a rogue that has access to some level of Gunsmith, and you can pop in there and you can compete directly with assault rifles. That to me is absolutely insane. And I'm not talking about one of the SMGs, I'm talking about all of the SMGs become competitive with assault rifles at that point. So at the end of the day, it sucks. It's a terrible perk. It's one of those perks that came with speed and toughness, and they removed speed and toughness, yet they left all these problem perks in the game. And either the perks that they introduced are either useless completely, or they're breaking the game in a very, very ridiculous kind of way. I think that if they would go in and if they would either rework or reduce the amount of perks that we have access to, combine a couple of perks together to make it more beneficial to actually buying perks as opposed to like filling the rogues kit with a bunch of litter, then I think that we would be in a better spot overall, personally. But be sure to let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on Gunsmith? What are your thoughts on how it increases the range? I mean, I could sit here and take all of the assault rifles and all the SMGs and shotguns with their ranges, and then what the 10%, 20%, and 30% increase would be. But the reality is I've done it with the Knight already. You're putting it base range at 12 meters. You give it 30%, that bumps it up to about 17 meters, somewhere in there. So that means that you're not hitting that first fall off until 17 meters. You're doing full damage at 17 meters. Just take that information and knowledge and apply it to literally all of the SMGs and all of the shotguns in the game. Whenever you can two-tap someone with the S12 at 20 meters without Gunsmith, that's ridiculous, right? You're able to do that at 30 meters, I'm sure, at that point, right? So just apply that same logic to all of the weapons, and there you go. Broken game, broken perks. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays and also on Sundays, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Death approaches.
Oh, fuck you.
God damn it.
How did he get...
Dude.
Dude, they've got 2 revives. They're trying so hard, man.
He still downed me. How? He's cheating, dude. He's cheating. He's fucking cheating. Him and Dahlia are fucking playing together, and they're fucking cheating.
Let's see how they handle this.
He's above.
C4 20 minutes ago. No, no, he's not. No, he's not.
Got him.
To make an omelet.
My God, I'm fucking done with the mall, bro. The mall is fucking just not it. It's not it.
He's going up top.
Hill controlled.
Approaches.
Okay, I'm gonna miss all my shots here too. I'm gonna get you, Dirt.
You require thicker victory is certain. Awesome.
I think they're in the mid.
Sudden death. Don't leave the hill.
Zip. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh!
He
Zip line.
passed
There's
out.
two.
I know.
There's two. Oh, she's dead.
I can't. I gotta.
I'll get him.
Bastard, get up. Do something useful.
Die, you
He's over here.
bastard.
He's right here. I'm blocking his legs.
I'm
Another
dead.
one.
I'm dead. So we got to get to the point.
Lost.
It's over.
Regroup and rearm.
The whole thing I think is sick. The whole thing I think is sick. The whole thing I think is sick. The whole thing I think is sick.
Up top.
Now.
Dude, he just does. He never
Don't wanna
fucking
let me
messes
heal you.
up.
Uh-oh.
I just got smoked by both of them.
He's coming behind us. He's coming behind us right now.
There's like two back there.
They might be rotating to
I'm
the
gonna
next
go.
point.
I'm gonna rotate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm gonna
I'll
go
hold
ro-
this down. Yeah, yeah.
Here they come. We got
Yeah,
multiples.
they're all right here in the fucking middle. Dude, he don't miss.
Hill controlled.
Happy I swapped guns. God damn. Fucking. Shit. Oh, he's right here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Nothing and no one will save you.
Nice work, team.
Really?
Yeah!
Really?
They did. They surrendered.
Y'all couldn't play it out?
No.
Typical Rogue Company players. I mean, hell, we hardly ever get a backfill. That's the first time we've got a backfill, and I couldn't tell you how long. And these dudes are going to leave, you know? Let's see what level of Mr. Rager is here. 164. The Dahlia, 68. Well,